Hey everybody, we got last week Uncle Tony came and gave us some presents. And we've been working on coloring some stuff, some of the old projects that we did and stuff. And it turns out that all of us are actually pretty good artists.
Oh wow, that looks like a Corvair.
Yeah, it's exactly like the Corvair.
You colored Big Tony.
He did.
One day you'll get
Yeah,
it.
well, Tony, thank you for the crayons. It gave us a nice break, and we were able to draw some really cool stuff here. And I bet you didn't think we were all artists, but we are. We whipped up a few renderings. Austin is now drawing the car he used to draw in kindergarten. That looks like the Tesla
Wheels on
rocket
the bus
truck
go
or whatever.
round and round.
Yeah,
He has been reading the book, Things That Go.
he has things
Been
that
learning
go.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that night.
None of y'all drew Bezos' new ride, did you?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, Tony, Austin has not put these Hot Wheels down since he got back from Florida. I can't even get him to work. Tomorrow he gets the collar.
Nice.
Yep. No, I don't think so. Put it on. All right, that's it. Enough comedy jokes.
Okay. Right now we're at a stage where I'm going to end up having to drop the engine down to begin to take the head off. To do this, one of the things I need to do is remove this component here and this component, which has to do with the cooling. Same thing goes for this one. Lower the engine down. Disconnect. I've already got 2 of the 4 bolts disconnected. I got 2 to come off here. By then, I'm already going to have it down to where it will rest on the floor on a dolly, quite possibly that one over there, so I can move it around. And then I'll go ahead and just raise the engine from around the or raise the car from around the engine, and that way I've got it out. Then we'll go ahead and remove the exhaust manifolds, because you can't remove the head or heads with that attached. Another thing that I've done for clearance purposes, the drive shafts that go from the transmission to the wheels, I went ahead and had to remove them. To do that and to give myself more clearance, I took the sway bars, those are those things up there, and removed them from here, down here. And that's one of the reasons why when we put it back together, we're going to have to take it to somebody to have them realign it, because I don't know anything about aligning that unit. And basically that's where I'm at right now. Is here.
Okay.
Actually, it's more here, but if you support it here, and that's what the 2x4 was for when I was playing around with it,
Yeah.
then you can literally drop the engine straight down.
Okay.
We've already got all the clearance up there,
Yep.
and I had loosened these up because I wanted to see which way it was going to tilt.
Yeah.
Obviously it's going to come back to me.
Yeah.
I got 2 back here that need to be done also. So when I was at home, what I had done was gone ahead and just the floor jack,
Yeah.
you know, and then lowered it down and then jacked the car up and rolled the motor out from underneath it on that dolly over there.
Right.
Well, you guys have more equipment than I know what to do with, and obviously I'm being helped very, very well. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, bud.
And all we need to do now is, I think, unless I'm mistaken, support it here or in 2 places, not here and not here. So we've got good sound metal to play with.
Just booty.
Then go ahead and
Set it down, crawl
set
under
it
there,
down, and
undo the
then
4 bolts.
bring the motor back up.
There's only 4 bolts holding it in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right now there's 2 back here, over here on one side,
Yeah.
and then you got these 2 that are already pretty well spun out here.
Okay.
I
Well, if you
pulled them
want, we can take these 2 and put a 2x4 so it goes right across there, and then just take one of them and put it back here, and then once we do that, we can manhandle it onto the dolly
me or
however we got
Austin can
to.
crawl under here and get these 4 bolts,
Yeah.
so he don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
And,
good
and
job,
you
Bob.
had some critter that was just having a blast living in.
Oh yeah, I know. I
And
set, it, I
bubbly.
set it on fire. I did. It had fire coming out of there. I was like, okay. But then we can we can drag it out from under there somehow
Yeah.
and get it on
Well,
a table
Tow
or
motor.
Between
motor.
you, me, and the
Or
fence
the
post,
crane.
thing only weighs about what, 400 pounds.
oh,
We can
I think the
still
four
slide
of us
Fully
could
loaded.
do
We
it.
can still slide this car forward and get the crane over here and pull it up. No,
We-
no, we can't do it because this bar right here being the way. But we got pallets and we got forklifts. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, I mean we could. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll figure it out.
there's my
Just get the
favorite
motor
2 by
over there.
right there.
We can pick it up and set it over on these dollies.
Yeah.
I got 3 of them.
Well, you know I want to. Well, that one that has all the parts on it, we can set it on there, and then I can take it outside and power wash the whole thing. So.
Come on back with that Jackson. You go ahead and let it down slowly and I'll adjust everything here.
Just let it down.
Real
Nice
slow.
and easy.
Real
I'll be
slow.
watching.
You recording, Austin?
Yeah. Stand back a little ways.
Yep. This guy's a veteran.
That's right.
He served our
Tell me when
Lieutenant
to slow
Dan.
down.
Hey, hold it.
Hey man, what y'all trying to do?
Drop this motor out of here. I'm sure, what's that guy's name that was talking that crap about me using the pry bar on the Geo? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, buddy. Never mind. Let me be nice. I don't want to get us in trouble with YouTube. But anyway, I'm sure somebody had a problem about me living life on the edge.
You're gonna like a random like spot on him right there.
Cause I'm a dirty white boy, okay? Lay down real slow.
Real slow.
I'll yell at you.
I got to be kind of damn steady.
Alright.
Okay. That's it. It's supported.
So the back end started to come up a little bit.
Yeah, it's supported.
Okay. Now what we do is unbolt her and then jack the motor or jack the car up from one.
Right there.
Yep.
This pan doesn't get unbolted or
No, what happens is this thing is a membrane
Yeah.
and see it'll drop down.
Oh, okay.
So it comes down all the way around. The only thing I had to take out was down here there was a keeper
Yep.
and that's sitting over there.
Okay.
I got that out and then I had to do that with the compressor
Yep.
so it was out of the way
Yep.
and I didn't want to cut any lines obviously.
Sure.
Then the only thing I had to do was this one here. I cut it, and it is the dead end to it is over here.
Okay.
And that's actually for when the compressor kicks in.
Idles
This
it
comes
up.
down and it gives you an extra little idle.
Okay. All right.
And-
I guess
and then-
we're good.
Then I went ahead and I took your Mr. Bitchin distributor cap off because I didn't want to bust it.
Yeah.
I laid it there.
Yep.
And then of course I got that like that.
Yep.
Make sure nothing gets down into the engine itself. All right, let's see what we've got, huh?
All right. Not me, dude. I'm not doing it.
I hope you were going to like say something.
We're about to lift the Corvair up off the motor so we can get the motor out of the Corvair. Once that's out, we can clean it up, fix what's wrong, detail it, finish detailing the underside of the car, and then put it all back together and wash it, finish detailing it, and send this car off to Gateway. So
and it was depaneling it for a fuel cell check, and it's a wet wing. He didn't know that you don't use something like this. 130 avgas got down on a handle. He pulled the trigger, blew up the airplane. Him along with it, obviously. But yeah, so that's why in aviation, oftentimes they'll just use air.
Live life on the edge at the airports too.
That's right. Safety first. That's why Matt was all curled up under that lift there.
You
Gotta
saw the
make
back
sure.
of the car come up a little bit, so this is supporting the engine.
Yeah, Joe, cut that out of me laying down there. I don't want to hear them comments. I don't want to see them comments because you know how I get, man. I had to show up.
I'm gonna have to throw down on somebody, beat up somebody's mama.
Man, I'm gonna have to pull up on them. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
right. All gangster country.
Pull up in that race car, jump out that window. On
That's right.
Dukes of
Taking that
Hazzards on
down.
with a jar of moonshine in my pocket and a pack of
All right,
Marlboro.
Right.
now we got to try and get those last two.
Yeah, hand me the ratchet that you need, and I'll get it.
Let me get a cigarette. This is getting exciting.
I'm thinking that was that guy right there.
You got a ratchet? I don't know where you get a socket on that.
That one, and that one, if you want it. And I got more here. What ends up happening, you're going to have some light so you can see them because they're,
Yeah, I got a flash.
well, actually, those two are on the other side. But you ought to be able to see them.
On our drive?
I think they are.
All right, give me a that'll work, and an impact. That impact you got,
This thing?
and you got a short socket.
I don't know. My 916 is correct here. You look. There's half. Oh, here. Yeah, this one. Because that's the one I took those other two out with. They're right there. There you go. If you want, I can open the door up so it'll give you something to grab when you're coming out. That was almost too easy. No, it's just those two. There's only 4 into the back of the transmission.
All right, that's it, right?
Unless I miss my gas. Yeah, you want me to try and pump it up or?
Yeah, go ahead and bump it up while I'm under here. Let me see what it does.
All right.
I see something that may cause a problem.
Pump the car or the?
Let's bump the whole car.
Okay. I'll take it nice and easy.
All right.
Ready?
Oh. All right, it ain't moving at all. Go back down.
Okay.
Go back down a little bit.
Can't hear you. I gotta get around.
Oh, there it goes. It popped loose.
What was that?
Fuel line.
Oh, you know, and I thought I disconnected that son of a bitch.
No, it's all good,
All
brother.
right. Well,
We're good. Let's go on up.
looks like all we need to do now is jack the car up.
Go on up.
See, because this is not connected.
Yeah.
We're good.
Go on up.
All right. Stand clear.
Oh! Starter wire.
What was that?
Starter wire.
Oh, I see.
Starter wire still hooked up.
Rotate the motor.
Oh, it's about to fall off until we gotta disconnect the wires first before we can move it.
Like I said, it doesn't weigh squat. Oh, what is that? Oh, starter? God bless it. I got the cable disconnected.
The oscillator.
Yeah, just disconnect the wires and stuff. It's all off. Camera.
Okay, everybody, this is Denise, and this is her 1963 and a half Galaxie that we're gonna go ahead and top to bottom this car for you. Was her dad's car, has been
Since 1973.
since 1973. He paid $1,295 for this car from a used car lot, which is insane because that's almost how much a bumper costs now. So we're going to go through it. It's going to take us a little bit of time because we got to completely disassemble it, just like all of these cars, and just get started from the bottom up to the top. Make the car moderately better than it is now. We're not going to go crazy with doing modifications on it, but we're going to give it a little more power, front disc brakes. Probably going to end up wanting air conditioning. It might be a cool thing. But you'll see it in upcoming videos. Just wanted everybody to meet Denise because you meet all the customers, and she'll be in here along with her husband Lee as we go through the project, so we'll get to see them and talk to them about the progress on the car. So,
Sounds good.
cool. All right, that's it.
Go ahead.
So this is where I get a 911 motor and put it in there.
No.
That's when I get a.
We take the Tornado 455 out and turn it in reverse.
What about a 3.8 supercharged? I think it'd be a Haas with a 3.8 supercharged
So I'm
motor in
thinking
it.
if you just run that Tornado motor in reverse all the time,
All the time. Yeah.
it'll be fine.
And it's probably fast enough with just the one gear.
Plates on the stops.
Cool. You might as well just go right up with it.
Oh, you want? Okay.
Yeah.
Thing looks like a Batmobile Corvair.
That
All right,
really
clear?
Yep.
We won't hit that hood, boys.
Move what?
Kevin,
You'll be good.
we won't hit that hood.
No, it won't.
Hood, will we?
It won't. That's good.
I want to look at the cam and make sure it hasn't got a mark on it. Unless
Whatever we got to do. I mean, I'd like it to have a little more power anyway. So.
well, yeah, it will when you get that extra cylinder.
Yeah.
You don't know any performance mods we could do to it? As far as
Never did one.
heads and
Never did
crank and piston?
Oh,
No.
I'll find it.
The only thing that I did was when I put that 63 together, we hadn't used rubbing compound or lapping compound to make sure everything was just perfect before. Cleaned it all up and then actually put a gasket in there, cinched her up tight. And I don't know if you've driven that one or not. You guys have been moving it. I don't know if you're pushing it or driving it.
No, it's
but
been parked in its own spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't drove it.
it's got some suds.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to drive it on it.
I know.
Pop a
But-
wheel in.
What we'll do is get this on a table. One of these roller tables. We'll figure out how to do that. We do it with a forklift or something.
That's
It
what I was
doesn't weigh anything. Well, I shouldn't say weighs. It weighs very little.
Yeah.
We should have put the jack stands on the dog.
We should have. But we didn't. I'm going to the bank. I'll be right back.
Alright. We'll figure something out where you're going.
Do we want? Okay. Well, we're getting down to the meat and potatoes now. We managed to get it out. Here's the engine. I've already just started to decowl it. What I'm going to end up having to do is I may end up having to take the harmonic balancer off and this mount plate off so that I can then pull the rest of this compressor bracketry off. That way I can get that head off. Right now I can't do it. There's too much in the way. So what I'm going to do is that, and meanwhile we're going to go ahead and get an awful lot of these parts removed, cleaned, powder coated, indexed, and of course we got a seal kit coming for it. So when it all goes back together, it'll be, I'm hoping, a pristine motor, and it'll run real good.
Any comment on how the new puppy doing?
It's my first time ever seeing a Corvair engine out of the vehicle. I'm looking forward to seeing what makes this thing tick and what made it stop ticking. But George is busting it out, so we're gonna detail it all up so it matches the rest of the car, because the rest of the car has been all restored. Just never really did anything with the motor because it seemed to run pretty good, but they only run good until they don't run good anymore. What's up?